Hey, we skip forward in time here for a little bit, but that's mainly because it's all the same shit over and over again, you know? So, essentially, the way I dealt with the giant deprived, the gigantic people that have Plague Dr. Massaw, the way that I deal with them is I hit them with arrows while wearing the Thieves Ring. And then they start to run away, and I hit them with arrows again. And it's just this big, patient exercise of hitting them with arrows, letting them run a little bit further back, and hitting them with arrows again. You get about 75% of the damage that you're probably capable of doing by doing that, and that's with the white bow, which I believe has the longest range of any bow in the game. So it's excruciating. It's patient and stuff like this, because this was the first Souls game that operated this way. And this remaster, this remake, whatever you want to call it, is just an upscaling of this. It hasn't addressed any of the issues, you know. So a little bit more balancing and stuff like that, a little bit more time in the oven, maybe. Who knows? Maybe some more play testing. But that is the way that it is. So I got past the giant depraved by doing that. I got past the smaller depraved by just laying the beat down on them. And once you kill the clams, the clam-looking things that are inside the swamp, then they don't respawn. So once you kill them all, then they're dead for good. And once you kill the Red Phantom, she's dead for good as well. And I dealt with her the very same way. Arrows at a distance with a Thieves Ring, wait for her to fuck off a little bit, and hit her, be satisfied with about 75% of the damage, and not 100% by letting her come super close. Either way, I got past them in that manner, got all the way through. There's a bunch of mosquitoes through the fog gate. If you're following this guy directly, just blast him. Sorry. Just blast him with the soul arrow and move on with your life. You might not have the arrows to spare, so just don't use them. Use a little bit of patience, stick back a little bit, hold back, let your MP regenerate so that you can take down these flying baddies. If you don't, whenever you come across the fog gate, you are going to be forced into the lower path. And being forced through the lower path is kind of a son of a bitch, because being forced through the lower path means that you are not going to get all the goodies and everything, and you're also going to be more vulnerable to more things. So, I don't know what it is today. Oh my goodness. So, staying on the walkway is a little difficult whenever you're swinging away at the mosquitoes with melee weapons. So maybe I should have showed you that, but I don't know. It's all the same crap, right? So hopefully you get what I'm talking about. And if not, I'll just replay it and get to that part and show it to you. If you're confused in the comments, if you can't get past the mosquitoes, then I'll totally replay this game. It's one of my favorite games, and I'll just go all the way to it. So after you get through the lower path or the upper path, and you get back down to ground level, then you have to get past 2 more giant depraved, which you have to do the exact same way. I think there's some lesser depraved, and I just, like I said, I just lay the beat down on them, whatever way. And, oh my god, what's up in the yawns? But I did all that, and you have to take down those 2 giant depraved the same way. You can't dance around in the swamp, you can't roll, you can't dodge. the tracts of land that there are, like I said, sometimes you can edge around the giant depraved, and you can just whack them, edge around them. It's kind of like dealing with the Vanguard in the tutorial level. You just kind of edge around them, whack them, dodge their hits, edge around them, whack them, and just do that over and over again until they die. And that is, a valid strat. It's a valid strategy. However, that really doesn't matter, because with the small tracts of land, you are not going to be able to dodge their hits. You're not going to be able to dodge their attacks. And because of that, you'll be in a situation where you'll get hit. More yawns, what the fuck? You'll get hit, and sometimes they swing twice in a row. They don't give you any option to get the hell out of there. So sometimes they swing twice in a row, and it's a real son of a bitch, and there ain't shit that you can do about it. So, like I said, I recommend keeping your distance, hitting them with arrows, be satisfied with 75% of the damage. Don't hit them whenever they're so close that you get 100% of the damage, because then they're going to sniff you out, and then they're going to tear you to shreds. So, that's that. And then after that, you come to a walkway, and you have to deal with a lot of these slugs. Now, directly below this slug stalactite is a lot more slugs, and you can just fight them and fight them and fight them. And it seems like they're never going to stop falling from the ceiling, but they eventually will. They will eventually stop falling from the ceiling, and you can move on with your life. So it's totally optional to deal with them at all. But after the two giant depraved, you'll go up this walkway. You'll have to deal with many more slugs on a case-by-case, one-to-one basis. And then you'll finally get up here to this giant slug stalactite. Now, thankfully, there's a couple messages. There's a message that I was standing on for a while that apparently disappeared, because these messages do time out. They're not timeless. But it said to attack. The message that you see behind the slug stalactite says to attack. And this was something that I missed out on with my original Dark Souls playthrough on the PlayStation 3, the original. So I didn't know what the hell this was. I was offline, so I didn't know to attack it. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. But, you follow the advice of these kind people here that have left these messages, and go ahead and whack it a couple times. Come on, man. What the fuck? And that causes the entire slug stalactite to fall down. Whoa, what the hell does that mean? Well, we'll see here in a second. So we're going to backtrack all the way to where that original pile of slugs is. Whenever I went and fought the slugs again, because I like to sort of clear out the area, so to speak, be real careful with these thin little walkways, these thin little planks. And by the way out there, somewhere over yonder, is another island, and it's got like 4 or 5 depraved on it. Just ignore it. For the love of God, just ignore it. Because eventually you're going to gain access to a walkway that goes right over the top of them, and you're going to be able to just rain down hell from above with arrows. And it should be close enough to where the filthy woman is that you can replenish those arrows. Whenever you're going to go into the swamp, it's always a fun little thing to equip your poison resistance ring. Frankly, I don't remember where I got the poison resistance ring. No idea. You can look it up on the wiki, but if you're following me step by step, you probably got it too. So now I'm poisoned again. So I'm going to replace this with the regenerator's ring, and with the blessed mace. Thanks. With it. What the fuck? There we go. With the blessed mace, with the adjudicator shield. That's the same one that Patches was wielding. And with the regenerator's ring. Thanks. With the regenerator's ring, you can out-heal the poison from the swamp. So you combine these three things. The regenerator's ring, which we got in 4.1. It's also here in 4.2. You can go find it, pick it up. Thanks. Son of a bitch. There's fucking nothing out here, isn't there? There's a damn thing out here. Why even give me the fucking option? Head out here in the swamp just to do fuck all. An open world game, and then the open world's fucking empty. Thanks. Anyways, so if you can avoid being poisoned, then avoid being poisoned. With the poison ring, I don't think that it's important enough out here to wear armor specifically for poison resistance. I don't think it's that big of a deal. As you can see, I have 8 poison cures in my hotbar right now. It's at the bottom of the left side of the screen. You can see I'm changing my weapon in the bottom left of the screen, and the thing below my weapon, southwest diagonally, is that red flower thing, and that is a poison cure. And I've got 8 of them because this level just bombards you with them. So somewhere over here, I think this little shiny thing is, in fact, our island of giant depraved. Yeah, you see them? See how there's like 1,100 giant depraves over there? And you can also see that behind them is this big cliff. Giant depraved, cliff, giant depraved, cliff. Oh, I get it. Let me go up to the cliff and then shoot the giant depraved instead of trying to deal with them at all on a person-to-person basis. What the fuck? 25? Dual gold leggings, gauntlets, armor, helm. Wow, I didn't know that. I didn't know that was being held by a fucking slug. Anyways, let's backtrack through the level just a little bit so we can get to where that big slug pile fell down to. Let's get there. Let's see what that's all about. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, something shiny over here. What the flip? Well, let's chickadee check it out. Sometimes the swamp can make it hard to hit these damn things. Because sometimes the water of the swamp has a little bit of collision detection, and so it can block your shots sometimes. Also, whenever they're in a big pile like this, it's kind of a pain in the ass. Sometimes the cadavers will block your shot. I think it happened right there, and I don't know if you saw it. But yeah, sometimes the cadavers will block your shots. Just be very cautious. Because sometimes not just one of them attacks, sometimes it's like all of them. And it's no good. Watch that stamina. See, now they're like hidden as well, so that adds a extra layer of complexity here. Okay. Hopefully you guys are the only ones left. Are you? Oh, there's one. You the last one? Yes, you are the last one? Okay. Well, now that we've dealt with the last one, pick up all these sucker stones. And that's all that they dropped. Got this big, shiny thing in front of us. What do we do? What do we do, boys? Bingo. The large sword of moonlight! So what the fuck is that? What does it do? Why are we here? What are we fighting for? So that large sword of moonlight is semi-important at the very least. It is a unique item. I think it's required for some of the stuff. I don't even have all the requirements for it. What does it need? It needs 24 star. What star? It needs 24 faith. Oh. But as you can see, the large sword of moonlight doesn't even do physical damage at all. Check it out. Left side of the screen, below equipment, below blessed mace, below large sword of moonlight, below normal, below attack power, physical attack says 0. This thing does 100% magical attack. So what does that mean? It means that a lot of things that are blocking your attacks can't fucking block your attacks. You're going to do 100% damage even if they're blocking. So all of those knights that were in 1-1 and 1-2 and stuff like that, they're not going to be able to withstand your onslaught whenever you're hitting them with a large sword of moonlight, because they're the shields that they're using probably can't stand up to the large sword of moonlight's physical attack. They probably don't have much magical damage reduction. So I'm wielding the Adjudicator shield. You can see beside attack power, which it does have a shield bash, so it does a little bit of damage, but beside attack power you see reduction percentage. It says that if I've got the shield up, I'm going to reduce 90% of the damage from physical attacks. It's not 100%, but we are wielding the Adjudicator shield. Why? Because it gradually restores HP while equipped. It says it right at the bottom there. So, but it also says that it will reduce 50% of the magical damage. If somebody tries to hit me with some magic, I can reduce the damage by half. If they try to hit me with fire, it's damn near going to do nothing, and it's going to reduce 50% of the guard break, because they're going to hit me a lot with a lot of attacks sometimes. Sometimes that combo will absolutely break my guard, and I'll be wide open to counterattack. Well, this thing is going to prevent that happening by about half. You've got some shields that are better for that regard, but remember, we are only doing this shield. We're only carrying this damn thing around because it gradually restores HP while equipped. See how that works? All right. Everybody all caught up? Have you been taking notes? There will be a test later. All right, boys. Finally fucking done with all this shit. So there's nobody on planet Earth that likes the swamp level of any game. Any game. The second you go down to the sewers, you're like, fuck, I don't want to fucking be here. Nobody on God's green earth wants to be in the sewers for any fucking reason. So it's going to be a fucking celebration whenever you're no longer there. Hell yeah, boys. Let's get out of the swamp. So now we're up on these planks. Yeah, bastards. Now, there are small depraved. And these small depraved sometimes will be like glowing green and have like a bunch of green fog and smoke around them. That's because they're like magical depraved. And these magical depraved will hit you with a bunch of plague and poison and everything. They're like Marlboros from the Final Fantasy series. They're bad news. They're also tough. So you can't just like smack them around like the regular depraved. You got to prioritize them and you got to get rid of them. You got to do what you can. Anyway, hey Mamacita, what's going on? What's going on with you? What's up, girl?
I know you. Would you buy something, please? My poor child is sick. He needs your help.
What fucking child? What are you talking about?
This place is a proper heap of rubbish. All the rot of the world living or not ends up here. My boy doesn't want for anything.
What boy?
Ever since that demoness came here, everything has turned foul. This was a much better place before she came. I was the apple of every man's eye. You're here to rid us of her, aren't you? Well, don't show her any mercy. My boy doesn't want for anything.
She's jealous of Maiden Estrella. Things were not cool before Maiden Estrella got here. That is an obvious lie. Only one? Yeah. Only three? Yeah. I came here to get 3 of these, but I don't know whether or not that's all I need. What are these things? I don't know if I have these things. I don't know if I have copies of these things. Just plague resistance? Man, I don't know. I don't know. I'm so confused. The only reason I came here was this Fate Zone shards, and I don't know how many I need. You know what? I'm going to go with the safe bet. Replenish my arrows. And then move on from there. Holy fuck, those arrows are expensive. They nearly wiped me the fuck out.
I only want my dear boy to be happy.
So yeah, this place didn't magically fucking become super dirty after Maiden Estrella came here and started her saintly shit. That is not what happened, but she was the only female in town and everybody was looking at her like she was a right snack until Maiden Estrella came along. And she's not just a saint, but she's also beautiful at the same time. So she doesn't like Maiden Estrella. So what I'm saying is that she's a horrible fucking bitch. Anyways. 1.5. Late that would have been useful. That would have been handy. I don't need it. Come on, big boy. One at a time, one at a time. Everything's manageable one at a time. Everything's manageable one step at a time. If you've been avoiding doing your homework, here's the thing. You can just take it one step at a time, you know. If you got to do your homework on the laptop, then the first thing is to get your laptop. That's the first step. You can handle that step, right? Then after you get to the laptop, what's the next thing? Oh, you got to open the laptop. All right, you can handle that. You can open the laptop. If you break things down into small enough steps, everything becomes manageable. Baby steps. That was the title of that psychologist book and What About Bob? Baby steps. Son of a fucking bitch, that hurts. I'm out of here. God, I do not want to fucking die now. I'm so deep into this fucking bullshit. That fucking hurt a lot, fucker. Like I said, normally I would just hang the fuck back, wait for my MP to recharge, and then head on in. And remember, the MP only recharges with the Fragrant Ring, which of course the royalty class begins with. But you can get the Fragrant Ring later. It's in a couple of different areas. I believe that it might be... I think it's free from a couple of different areas. And by the way, if you don't begin with the Providential Ring, which I chose at the beginning of this game, if you do not begin with the Providential Ring, it is a tough thing to get. It is a real son of a bitch to get your hands on. Son of a fucking bitch! Fucking hurt like hell. If you do not begin the game with the Providential Ring, it's a real son of a bitch to get it. The Providential Ring is something that Blue Point Games added to the remake. And so it requires some real bullshit and trading shit with Snuggly the Crow and a bunch of shit like that. You see what I mean? You see that glowing one over there? Well, it is going to try to fuck you. And it's just going to, he's just going to fucking poison you and hit you with toxic and bleed and fucking everything under the sun. So you got to prioritize that damn thing. And you can see how tough it is compared to the others. So you gotta prioritize that thing. Oh my fucking God. Bastards sneaking up on me and shit. I am almost done with this fucking travesty of a level. I mean, I guess it's thematic that this place sucks ass. It's like, you know, yeah, this level sucks. It sucks to live here too. Well, maybe they can spruce the place up a little bit. You know, take some time out of their day. Hey, in Dark Souls they had a fucking like merry-go-round thing. Like, come on, they could do that. All they had to do for Dark Souls was put a dog in the wheel and that made the whole elevator work. They can do that. It's easy. I'm constantly putting dogs in wheels to make elevators. That's all I do all day. Just put dogs in wheels to make elevators. 24/7. They could have put a roller coaster in here. They could have had live music. Could have got a barbecue going. They gotta spruce this place up a little bit. They don't have to take that out on me. I didn't make this place quite literally shitty. Why they gotta be mad at me, huh? Take it out on me. I can remember a thing about Dungeons and Dragons. There was this player that was talking talking to other players, talking to the DM, one of the two, and he says, "How come there's always these?" He said, "How come there's always these goblins and stuff that are attacking us in these caves that we keep clearing out?" And somebody said, "Because they fucking live there." he was just like so flabbergasted, like, yeah, you're invading these people's home. This is self-defense. They live here. You do not. And with the Valley of Defilement in particular, these people are trying to get between you and a saint. A saint like Mother Teresa's saint. You know, like a real miracle worker who has done a lot of good for the community and it's protected them from a lot of evil. So they are really trying their best. All of these people, they're a real pain in the ass, but they are really trying their best to defend their home and defend their savior and their hero and the person that has given a lot to them in their lives. I hear fucking footsteps. See how my shield's like constantly raised? It's a real noob move. Like I said, you know, a toxic Souls community is going to say like, you know, did good. It's like, fuck off. Like I said, you would not want your heart surgeon to spend all of his or her time fucking trying their best to get good at a fucking Dark Souls game whenever they could be learning how to save your fucking life. Oh, I died on the operating table, but, you know, thank God my fucking heart surgeon wasn't a scrub. Fuck off. Normal people have shit to do with their lives. Just because you have all the time in the world to get really good at a bunch of obscure games from a Japanese developer doesn't mean shit for the rest of us. I'm not doing this to the camera, by the way. The camera in From Software games is infamous for being everywhere that you don't want it to be at all points in time. I heard something. You bunch of bastards. You can see that sometimes I have to worry about my attack being interrupted because my weapon is hitting the walls and stuff like that. It happens less often whenever you two-hand things. Fuck me, that's the guy, that's the shaman or whatever. Oh, you gotta prioritize him. I gotta admit, guys, I've been going around smacking people who live here and stuff like that. I'm kind of having a little bit of fun. You know what I mean? You ever break into somebody's house, manage to dodge the shotgun blast, and then get them while they're reloading? There's not a thrill like it in the whole world. I'm just fucking with you. Don't try this at home. Lies. See, my greatest dream with the whole world, with everything that I wanted to do with my entire life, my biggest dream is smell-o-vision. I want to smell this place, don't you? Seems like it would be fragrant, all natural, organic, cruelty-free, gluten-free, vegan. Like, you gotta imagine this place probably smells like 50 shades of shit. It's gotta be the worst thing that anybody has ever smelled, ever, and just all the time. That's why everybody has plague doctor masks on. You see, like, plague doctors were still in the miasma theory ages, and everybody thought that the reason why smelly things make you sick is because they're smelly. They believed in something called miasma. And miasma isn't my asthma, as in my breathing condition. It's miasma. It's one word. So if you didn't know about all that, yeah, you son of a bitch! You couldn't feel it. I knew it because my controller was vibrating. I knew I was getting a spell cast on me by somebody. So I knew it was somewhere around here. Shaman, is that what they are? Shamans? I thought I saw something glowing down here. So I wade through the poop trying to find some goodies. You ever do that? Who was it? Ron White, from the Blue Collar Comedy Tour, talked about how he had a tooth that fell out in the toilet, so he had to dig around. It's like his friends called him Poop Tooth or some shit like that for a while. That's a fun story. That's something that you tell your kids, your grandkids. It's like a point of pride. It's like, oh, your grandpa was in World War II? Yeah, well, mine dug around in his own shit to get his tooth back out. So how about them apples, huh? Yeah, but you feel stupid now. Just, just kidding. You know. I actually fucking saw one. You know, I was so I went to the VA. I don't know, last week, the week before that. I don't remember. But I went down there to get my COVID vaccine booster shot. And so I got all the vaccines and everything, you know, so whatever conspiracy theory that you believe or don't believe about the vaccine, I've got it. All the above, you know. I'm going to turn into an alien, microchips inside my body, whatever the hell you believe in. All of that. And so, you know, I went and got my booster shot. And while I was there was somebody wearing a World War II veteran hat. Now, I'm recording this on New Year's Day, 2001. It might be past midnight already. It might be 2022 by now, January 1st. But, yeah, it was somebody with a World War II veteran hat on, and nobody like called him out and said like, you're not a fucking World War II veteran or anything. They just assumed that he was telling the truth. So I mean, so did I. You know, and God help me if I call somebody out to be a faker and they're not, and I just raise like a big scene or something like that. But fucking World War II veteran. So I sat there like the entire rest of the time I was there trying to do math about how old this motherfucker was. And I was like, he's got to be pushing 95 or something like that. And it's crazy because he came in there on his own 2 fucking feet. Not 3 feet, not 4 feet, not on wheels, nothing like that. He came in on his own 2 fucking feet, no caretaker, nobody was helping him, no cane, no wheelchair, no nothing. He came in there on his own 2 fucking feet and left on his own 2 feet, and the guy's got to be like 95 and something like that. All I could think of was, man, they don't make them like they used to. They don't make them like they used to. That man was built for tough. Son of a bitch. Like, I'm 34 years old, you know. And I'm over here sleeping with a Zipa, mouthpiece, snoring, taking, like, it's not that much, you know, taking 6 pills a day, being stupid, being smelly, you know, and that man's walking in there. On his own 2 feet. And like, that shit's ridiculous. I never thought in all of my days on Earth, I never thought I would see a real World War II veteran in real life. I never thought I'd see a World War II veteran in real life. I was sitting there next to the guy going like, holy shit, you know. Like, I've played as this guy on Call of Duty. I've watched documentaries about this guy, you know. I watched Band of Brothers. And like, I might have been sitting next to one of those guys. They're real dudes, not even the actors. Like, what the fuck? I've never thought I'd see a World War II veteran in real life. I don't know if you noticed, but World War II was 5,000 years ago. It's been a while. It's been a minute or two. Nothing sneaking up on me, right? Let me get the thieves ring on. And that way they won't run so far away from me. Because they don't know where the arrows are coming from. Fuck me, they run off into like pure darkness. What am I supposed to do? Guys, I cannot waste too many of these arrows. They are 400 souls apiece. Come on, man, let me hit you enough that the damn poison will proc, at least. I don't even know where the arrows are coming from. You're out here dancing the fucking Macarena. God damn it. Quit fucking moving around for a second. This is my life. It's ending one moment at a time. Come on. You little prick. I'm going to lose what's left of my tiny little fragile, underused mind. I would like to hit him enough in rapid succession for the poison to proc. Got one. You guys see the rest? What's the draw distance on the PS5? Does anybody know? We got one dead body. Hello? 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 You have a bad connection. Alright, come on. Come on, boys. We can fucking do this. We can fucking do this. Mosquitoes. That's how you deal with mosquitoes, BT dubs. By the way, mosquitoes, you do that. And then they are no longer a problem. Got it? You've been taking notes? This little path is super duper important for a few reasons. I'm actually going to have to put my thieves ring back on here in a minute. Fuck me! Thought I had my mace equipped. There we go. See him? See the crystal lizard from way back whenever we started this area? A million years ago, whenever we were young, we were innocent. We didn't know so much about the world and what's wrong with it. Come on, you little bastard. Eat shit. One faint stone chunk. One. Shortcut. Shortcut back to the entrance. And here we are. We are all the way back to the fucking beginning of the area. And this is how we do it, boys. Go right up this little ramp, right around the damn corner, and then you're back to the archstone after the leechmonger. See how it all connects? You see? You see? I didn't remember this cave being this long, but see? Hold on. You see? 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 We're back. So what that's going to allow you to do is skip most of the level. You don't have to do all this bullshit again. So you don't have to go through the entire swamp. You don't have to get poisoned 10 trillion times. You don't have to waste a bunch of healing items and shit like that. You don't have to do any of that crap. Because now you've opened the shortcut. You can go down here instead. And it's much easier to get to the filthy woman. So it's much easier to get faintstone chunks. So it's much easier to upgrade this fucking mace that I've got. And it's much easier to get down here. And it's a much easier boss run whenever I get to the boss, which is very soon. We're gonna get to the boss. We're gonna have lots of fun. Lots of people are gonna show up. Gonna have a party. Everybody's gonna be fucking drinking, having fun. Those big bastards come back. Come on, boys. Where'd you guys go? Hello? Hello? Please don't fucking make me go down there. Please, please don't make me go down there for this. Guys, anywhere in sight, anywhere. I only killed one of you. There was like 4. Hello? They're out past the draw distance somewhere. What are we gonna do? I don't see them. They're fucking gone. I hunt them down one by one like I'm the fucking Highlander. Alright, whatever. So that's what happens whenever you go that way. So that's cool, right? Get to the shortcut. The shortcut, get back. Lots of fun. Fuck me, I heard you. See him? Squiggling and wiggling up here. Trying to defend this shithole he calls a home. That's accurate. That's an accurate thing to call this place. It is a shithole. It's a hole. It's got shit in it. Shithole. Fact. More faintstone shards. Hey! Calm down. No, calm down. It was a misinput. Alright. Thank you. What do you mean past here? Past where? Oh. Well, thanks again. Did I rate it? Yes, I did. Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. There's more of you! What fucking nerve do you have to live here whenever I'm here too? This town's only big enough for one of us. Thanks. Trying to cover all my bases, get all the items, all the goodies. I do not remember the boss strat at all. There's always the chance that I'll die. There's not enough time left in this video to face the boss, so I'll have to face the boss in the next video anyways. However, get all these goodies. Another show tell. Not show and tell. Show tell. One word. And then there's that thing over there. Yep. I don't remember what's up next. It's a golem of some sort. Nothing like the leechmonger. There's a big thing, you whack it a couple thousand times and it falls down. And it goes. Ba, 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 ba. There's no fanfare in this game, but you get the idea. It's the general gist of things. I still don't see the big bastards out there. Alright, well, I'm going to go out there, and I'm going to find them. I'm going to hunt them down one at a time, like I'm Liam Neeson trying to get his daughter back from France in the Taken movie. Anyway, after that, I'll probably show you what's on that island in one short little clip, and then finally I'll head back to the boss. Also, any of those steps that I just mentioned just now might lead to my death, and I might be out here for fucking hours, days, months, weeks, years. I can only hope and pray that you can't hear how gassy I am right now. But it happens. Anyways, catch you in the next episode. Bye.